A portion of today's show is brought to you by Health Diagnostic Laboratory, Inc.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Every Tuesday, HDL comes and helps us give wonderful tips on our health. And they recently did a whole panel on all 4 hosts. And we got our results back, and we're kind of going over ours. And you shared something with me that I didn't know about myself. What is that?
Well, a couple things. One thing is it looks like you have some issues with your thyroid, which is something that's really common, affects a lot of women. And sometimes it can make us feel tired. It can make us start to gain weight. Sometimes our skin starts to become more dry. We can have hair that doesn't feel quite as healthy as it used to.
Yes.
And sometimes we feel down or depressed or stressed. And so when you have all these things, that's related to underlying thyroid condition. And that's something that, again, is very easy to fix.
Now, did you say mine is hypo?
Hypo, so underactive.
So it's slow.
Slow.
So I could gain weight.
Yes.
So I need medicine.
Well, generally for thyroid disease, it does require medication. There's not a lot of things you can do with your diet to address a thyroid problem, but still very simple to fix and very common.
You know, I think this happens to a lot of women, and you don't realize what's going on until you actually go to the doctor and you get some kind of test done. But normally, most doctors will do just a small panel, and y'all do such an in-depth panel. You were showing me other things in here, like even about my insulin.
Right.
And now vitamin D is very low, and I know I need to get back on that. I was on it for a while, and I got off. But I like the fact that y'all are really honing in on the details and the specifics of exactly what is going on and why.
Right.
You're not just looking at the surface, you're just kind of digging deeper.
Well, we need to dig deeper because we know that we're all different.
Exactly.
And we can't just put everybody in a box and say this is how we treat this problem. I mean, if we put everybody with high cholesterol in a box and say you all need to take a statin, that's silly. A lot of people don't need to take statins that have high cholesterol. There's other things that can be addressed. So what we can do is really personalize the care and really help you not only feel better, but also prevent diseases like heart disease and diabetes, which plague, so many people in society.
You know, and I was going to say, I think a lot of women in general, they have something kind of going on here. If you are feeling any of those things that you said. I know, like, after I turned 40, things started changing.
It does happen, doesn't it? What's up with 40?
Why? Why did this happen? In my head, I'm 18. But I know that, it felt like my skin was drier, and I was gaining weight, but I was doing the exact same thing. I was like, what the heck?
So frustrating.
And I was still working out the same amount, but not really budging on the scales. And like I said, the hair, drier hair, et cetera, et cetera. So all of those things, and tired, but I just thought it was because I get up so early or because I'm constantly busy with the kids. And so it's so important to actually take time for yourself and get something like this done so that you can see about the details of your personal needs. It makes you a better person, a healthier person.
You'll feel so much
better.
better.
A better mama for everybody.
Oh, you bet. And I mean, for you, you've got so many things that would be contributing to fatigue. I mean, vitamin D being low, hypothyroidism, and insulin resistance. All of those things can cause fatigue, and all of those things are treatable. And as you say, even just with the changes you've made with your diet, just tweaking things. I mean, it's never been a weight issue. It's just about eating the right types of foods for your body.
Well, my jeans were a little tight, but
we won't have to talk about that.
It was a nice
Nobody would have noticed.
But yeah, eating cleaner has helped a lot in just a few days. And also, I want to get on that vitamin D. Could you recommend a good vitamin D? Because I know there are some on the shelves that are not as good as others, or the amount, the higher levels. So what would you suggest?
So your level, if it's okay to say, was about 20. So that's what we call really severe vitamin D deficiency. What I would typically do with my patients is recommend about 10,000 units of D3. It's important you get D3, not D2.
Yes.
You also want to get a D3 that's in a gel-based cap, so it looks like a little mini fish oil, not a tablet, because if it's in a tablet, it's not well absorbed. So you need to get D3 in a gel cap. And then I would recommend that really high dose at least for about 6 weeks, and then you could probably go down to 5,000, and you may be okay on 5,000 long term, but sometimes people will need the higher dose long term.
The highest I have found, I think, is the 5,000. I have those at home still. Should I take the two 5,000s together?
Yes,
I would
do
at the
that.
same time?
Right, you can do that at the same time.
And for how
again,
long
like
should I do
weeks.
this? 6 weeks.
6 weeks, and then you could repeat it, or you could just go down to 5,000 and stay on that. Because you probably need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you're in Texas and it's sunnier here than in Wisconsin, where I'm from, you're probably protecting your skin to prevent cancer.
Yes,
so.
for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this information.
You're
I
very
really appreciate
welcome.
y'all doing
You're
this for
very
us
welcome.
because
Honored to
it
be
is a
here.
big eye opener, and it does enlighten us a lot. So I'm excited to get back on track and help Get better. All right, you can talk to your doctor if you're interested in getting the HDL test. The HDL team is here with us each Tuesday to talk about your health. And you can get more information about the Health Diagnostic Laboratory by going to their website, hdlabinc.com. And then you can also call them at 1-877-4HD-LABS. All right, we'll be back with more broadcast right after this.